What do you see when you look in the mirror? Is it somebody that you're proud of, or is it somebody that you've been putting down for way too long? For a long time, I was my own worst enemy. Every time I looked in the mirror, I would have this wave of disappointment. I was never good enough. Dealing with having zero self-respect is something that is so destructive to the mind, body, and soul. And if you don't take the time to get an actual grip on it, it can destroy you. A lot of times in life, we think and talk about respecting everybody else, our friends, our bosses, our partners, and we are so quick to make sure that we do the most for other people and show them that respect, but so many times we put ourselves on the back burner. And then when we're looking in the mirror and we feel like garbage, we're confused on why that is. But on the flip side, we put everyone in our lives above us. I had to learn this the hard way, but self-respect isn't just some bullshit concept that you just throw to the back of your mind. It damn near needs to be your top priority. If you don't start leading with self-respect, it's going to seep into every decision, every relationship, every single thing that you have going on in your life. Today I'm going to be talking about some personal truths that I had to go through. I'm always going to get on here and tell y'all the real, and hopefully that can make y'all a better person and you can learn from my mistakes. Why does self-respect actually matter? I know it sounds stupid to even be asking a question like that because it feels so surface level. Obviously it's important, but so many people don't prioritize this shit, bro. Number one thing is it teaches other people how to treat you. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to just get treated better everywhere they go without necessarily trying or forcefully demanding respect? It's not luck. When you start carrying yourself with self-respect, you almost demand it in every single scenario of your life. And when people disrespect you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you meet them with disrespect, but you clock it right then and there. And when you start making a pattern of letting people know that you're not going for certain shit, naturally, most people don't like conflict. So if somebody's messing with you, and sometimes in an innocent way, and you make it clear that that's not something you're going for, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna start picking up on that energy. I'm not gonna fuck with Berto like that. Before you know it, everyone around you starts picking up on that energy and patterns. On the flip side, when I had zero respect for myself, I'm letting people walk all over me. I'm laughing at jokes that hurt my feelings that were clearly disrespectful to me. I said yes to shit when I really wanted to say no. And it's so easy to fall into this trap because a lot of times we mix sticking up for ourselves with being inconvenienced to other people. When in reality, most times it's not that deep. When you tell somebody no, it's not like they're gonna fight you over the shit. It's not like their world's gonna come to an end. It's just no. We've all heard no before. People have told you no. So why can't you say it? But for some reason, when you take on the people pleaser type of mentality, it becomes so hard to just be like, nah, I don't wanna do that. Or, hey, don't talk to me like that. Hey, don't play with me like that. We start overcomplicating the situation to thinking that people are gonna think we're weird or they can't rely on us just because we simply didn't agree with what they had going on in that singular moment. That's not how life works. And the biggest reality is once you start standing on shit and being like, no, I'm not going for that, you're gonna quickly see that people are either gonna start respecting your boundaries or they're gonna walk out of your life. And you shouldn't feel bad for letting people that don't respect you go. This is how you build confidence. Self-respect is like the secret sauce for genuine confidence. And I'm not talking about acting cocky to mask your insecurities. I'm talking about the type of confidence that speaks for you. I know a lot of guys, they deal with depression. I know a lot of guys start feeling lost in life. I know a lot of guys don't really feel like they worth much. But when you start building that confidence within yourself and that self-respect, you're gonna start to realize that you do deserve better in life. You do deserve to be successful. You do deserve love. You do deserve great friendships. You do deserve to be happy. And when all this positive shit starts to consume your brain rather than the negative bullshit, you're gonna be carrying yourself differently. And now you're a lot less likely to be looking around desperately seeking other people's validation. As cringy as the shit sounds, man, you really gonna start developing a mindset of, instead of thinking, am I worth it? I don't feel like I'm worth it. I don't think I'm good enough. You damn near going into every situation, I know I can do this shit. Confidence isn't about being the loudest or the boldest in the room. It's about being secure with who you are as a person. And self-respect is the root of what gives you that security. I can really break this shit down so deep. Sometimes y'all don't even realize the lack of self-respect that you have is the reason why you're overweight. It's the reason why you don't want to go to the gym. It's the reason why you only eat junk food every day. It's the reason why you can't stop doing drugs. It's the reason why you can't stop drinking alcohol. Because you don't even respect your body enough to be like, yo, this is actually slowly killing me, bruh. Think that you respect yourself in some areas and you don't in other areas. But if you was actually respectful of yourself, actually confident and secure with yourself, you wouldn't even be doing certain shit because it would just sound dumb. Why the fuck would I put myself in harm's way knowing that shit is poison for me? I know life is not that black and white, especially when we talking about addictions and stuff, and I don't want to speak too much on something that I'm not currently going through, you know what I'm saying? I know people really out there fighting for their life. But even for those people, imagine how much easier the battle would be if they knew within themselves that they could actually do it. They could actually beat it. I ain't no fucking doctor. I ain't gonna act like I'm a doctor. But something that always really stuck with me, bro, I'm bringing up my dad again, but I just learned so much from him, and it's just crazy to see, bro. And I have a video where I talked about lust on my channel. You guys can go check that out. I'll leave it linked somewhere. But pretty much, my dad had a very lustful situation. It ultimately led to him getting cancer, and unfortunately, he had passed away. But another crazy thing that happened that I remember so vividly is the cancer had spread really fast throughout his body. So from the moment that he was diagnosed and the time that he had passed, it just felt so fast. And what was crazy is before he was diagnosed with the actual disease, bro, he was walking, he was talking, he was laughing, he was normal. He looked normal, like you were looking at him. This guy was a healthy man, but it was almost like the day he found out that he was battling cancer, it was just downhill from there, downhill from there, downhill from there, so fast. And another big thing that I think a lot of people just sweep under the rug is stress kills, bro. The lack of confidence and stress kills. You walking around thinking, no, I'm fucked up. And again, RIP my pops, I already know the stress that comes with finding out some type of devastating news like that. I don't know what or how my mind would be if I was in that situation. But one thing I just can't get over is the fact that how can somebody so healthy looking on one day, on the very next day, look like he's losing it all just because he heard the news? You know what I mean? I don't know about y'all, but I just be picking up on shit like that because it's just another example of your body reacts to stress. Your body reacts to the confidence that you lack. And these are just lessons that I've learned in my life, just observing other people and thinking about my own hardship. Stress kills, bro. Life's already hard, and if you walking around telling yourself that you suck and you can't do this and you can't beat that and you're not good enough, beat it. You know what I'm saying? Chances are you not gonna be able to beat it. Chances are you are gonna lose. Chances are you are gonna crush under the pressure. There's already so much bullshit going on in this world. Why would you in your own mind add to it? You got to build right here, bro. You got to build your confidence, and it starts with respecting yourself. If you never watch another Berto video, I want y'all to walk away with this. Self-respect is quite literally a life force that can change your life. How deeply you love, how deeply you allow yourself to love, how you handle life's ups and downs. Having self-respect allows you to not live in the mercy of others. Know who you are, know what you deserve. I don't care who the fuck you is and what you got going on. You're worthy of respect, man. You just gotta make it known. And not just for everybody else, but yourself. Because if you do that, nothing else is gonna have to be said.
Where you at, Berto?